Okay, so for this particular lecture, we will be focusing on the DOM model inside JavaScript. So DOM stands for Document Object Model, and it basically means that every element inside your HTML, may it be a H1 or a button, can be represented by an object inside your JavaScript file.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
Okay, so now over here, as you can see inside our index.html, we basically have a particular h1 over here, and then the goal of this particular lecture will be to change the text of this particular h1. Okay, so now to do that, let's get a brand empty JavaScript file, and now inside this particular JavaScript file we have to start declaring some variables so that we can tell this JavaScript file that yes, my h1 or the heading is inside the HTML and you can refer it in this particular way. Okay, so now to do that, let's go into the index.html file, and over here inside our h1 we have to basically give this a unique classifier. Okay, so we have to give it a unique ID so that the JavaScript can know that this particular h1 is what we are looking for. So now let's give a space after the particular h1 word inside the tag, and over here let's type in ID, and let's make this ID equal to first heading. Okay, and now let's save this. So now let's go inside the script.js, and over here let's declare a new variable. Let's call this heading, and let's make this equal to. So now basically we have to make this variable equal to the h1 found in the HTML file. So to do that, we have to use the document object dot, and now basically we want to get that particular h1. So the method is get element by ID, and now get element by ID basically takes in an ID over here and gives you the corresponding element back. So over here let's pass on the ID, and now if you look over here, the ID basically is first dash heading. So let's type it over here, first dash heading, and now let's simply console.log our heading variable. So let's save this, and now let's refresh our HTML page in the browser, and now as you can see we have successfully printed the h1 tag into the JavaScript console over here, and with that we basically have the JavaScript variable pointed towards a particular tag inside HTML. Okay, so now next we have to basically get the text of the element inside, basically the text inside this particular h1, and to do that let's create a new variable and let's call this heading text, and let's make this equal to heading dot inner HTML. So let's save this, and now let's basically refresh our page. So now as you can see we are getting out the contents which are inside our particular HTML tag, the h1 tag, and we are seeing my first page. Okay, so now let's try and change this particular text. Okay, so now over here let's change the value of heading text. So now heading text is equal to, let's pass in a new variable. Let's call this hello from JavaScript. Let's save this. Let's add a new semicolon, let's save it again, and now let's refresh it. Okay, so now as you can see we are getting hello from JS inside the console, but there is one fundamental problem, which is that this particular h1 is not updated. Okay, you are still seeing my first page, which is not the text which we want to see. Okay, and this is happening because over here we are simply changing the value of the heading text variable. It is nowhere referencing back towards the h1. Okay, and over here if you see, while assigning this particular variable, we are saying that the value of heading text is the same value of heading dot inner HTML. So it is just taking the inner HTML value and giving it onto a variable. And now all that we have done is we have changed the value of heading text. So now in order to fix that, let's use the variable heading dot inner HTML, and now let's make this equal to hello from JS. So now let's save this and let's refresh this. So now as you can see, we have got yet another problem. We are seeing the hello from JS on the H1 as we want, but now in the console we are basically seeing my first page, and this gives a very good insight on how JavaScript actually works. It works in a very chronological order. So if you look over here, we first have the heading which has the text of my first page, then we are assigning it to a variable. The text inside the H1, we are assigning it to a variable which says heading text. Then we are basically changing the value, but now we are printing the value of heading text. So now as you can see, nowhere have we again updated the value of heading text. Okay, so if we simply remove this command from here and if we just paste it below the updated inner HTML, and now if we save it, so now let's refresh it. As you can see, it is working perfectly. And this is basically how, by using inner HTML, you can modify objects inside of your corresponding HTML. So now the next question is, what if you want to select multiple objects at a time? Okay, so now to do that, let's first go into our index.html. Let's basically create multiple objects. So over here we have the H1. Let's copy the H1 and let's paste it 3 more times. So now when you are dealing with ID, then this particular thing will give out an error because ID can be used only once and ID is specific to a particular tag inside the HTML. So over here, instead of ID, let's call this a class. Okay, so now basically you can give n number of tags inside a particular class. So a class is a superset of all of the tags, but a particular ID can be given only to one element inside the HTML. Okay, so now over here, let's call this my first page, and over here, let's call this my second H1, and over here, let's call this my third H1. So let's save this, and now let's first refresh our index.html. Okay, so now over here we have an error which says cannot set property inner HTML to a null object, and that is because we have basically removed the ID tag. And to do that, let's first comment out this particular heading. So let's remove all of the JavaScript from here, and now what we want to do is we want to use a new method which is called query selector. Okay, so let's call a new variable called headings, and let's make this equal to document dot query selectors. And now inside query selector we have to basically give in any valid CSS tag. Okay, so now in order to reference a particular class, we have to basically write the class name followed by a dot. Okay, so let's look at the class name. It is first dash heading. So inside the query selector we have to say dot first dash heading. So let's console.log headings. Let's save this. Now let's refresh it. And now as you can see, we are getting the very first value of the H1. Okay, and this is because we are not specifying any index inside the console.log. So over here, if you go back, if you do headings followed by a 2 over here, and now if you save this and now if you refresh it, so basically we have it undefined right now.